All right, so let's talk about how second opinions make you money. I'll just give a real recent story of how me going out and doing a second opinion made me quite a bit of money. I had a guy give me a call. This has been about 3 weeks ago. I went out to his house. He said he had another company come out there and told him he needed a new unit. So he wanted me to come out there and just give him a price on a new unit. And a lot of times, that's what we do, especially, in this industry, that's where we make our money. So the guy called me, I go out there and walk around the side of the house, and I noticed it's about a 8 or 10 year old system. So I asked him, I was like, well, did they tell you what the problem is with the unit? And he said, yeah, they said it had a busted heat exchanger. I'm like, well, I'm not going to say what brand equipment it is, but I've got pretty good experience with this equipment, and very unusual for this unit to have a heat exchanger busted, at 8 or 10 years old. So I walk around to the unit, look, and it's right on the verge of being at 10 years old. So the heat exchanger could very well even be under warranty still at this point. So rather than just shooting the guy price right off the bat, I want to do a little checking. First thing I want to check to see is the heat exchanger even busted? So I pull the blower out and I start looking all over the heat exchanger, and I mean it's clean as can be. Stainless steel heat exchanger. Couldn't see anything. Felt around the other side, didn't find anything. So then I won't go over to the other side, pop the panel off the side of the unit, and again I don't see anything at all. Well, I know sometimes cracks and whatnot can be hard to find, so I fire the system up. And as soon as the blower kicks on, you hear that whirling noise where wind is pushing out and hitting the flame. First thought was, well, it's busted somewhere. But I knew better. It couldn't have been busted that bad because I just went through the whole heat exchanger. So I started digging a little bit further. And what I found was on the bottom of the heat exchanger plate, let me back up now and let you know, this is on a package system, not a furnace. I know a lot of you guys are used to furnaces on residential, but where I'm at, we have a lot of package equipment. So on the bottom where the heat exchanger plate meets the pan of the unit, there's a gasket. Well, this particular unit had an issue with that gasket blowing out. I put the gasket back in place, ran some high temp silicone, and taped it up. Boom, no problem. That's all this problem was. It literally took me, 15 minutes, and I saved the guy several $1,000s. I think the other company quoted him, $8,500 for a new system. I charged him a service call, which I charged $55 for a local service call here. They actually ended up giving me a $45 tip on top of it, which of course I accepted. But it didn't end there. 2 weeks later, his girlfriend, I was actually on vacation, so one of my other guys that handled the call, his girlfriend called in. Her heat exchanger was busted. They called the other company back out there, and they come out and said the heat exchanger was busted. Then they called us. We went out and confirmed the heat exchanger was busted. They did not even ask a price. They told us to put a new unit in. And I'm sure they'll be customers for life now. And they'll tell their friends about it. And, people I go to church with. And this guy was actually a business owner. He'll tell everybody he comes in contact that he knows that needs heating and air conditioning. He'll tell every one of them about our company, and we'll get quite a bit of business off that. Just a simple second opinion.